Tell me about a story or a time where you've had other pastor friends and a group come around you to help you in a season of growth or a hard time.
Right. Well, I'll just go into church planning. I mean, being an engineer, I'm highly extroverted. However, I do have the Achilles heel of being somewhat of a perfectionist. I like systems and I like things to be perfect.
Yes.
And unfortunately, with church planting, an Excel spreadsheet or any type of spreadsheet doesn't give you the clear picture of how things work, and the number never adds up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember just kind of being stuck. Like, okay, I feel called, but what do I do? Well, I needed people to kick me off the nest. So I remember just having a group of pastors in my life who just got to be real. It's like, you're never going to have the full answer. I mean, you got the call. Like, if God's called you to something, the wall that you're supposed to go over, you're never going to get over yourself. Only God can get you over that, but that takes a step of faith. And so for me, having pastors come around me in a real way to trust when there wasn't guaranteed income, to trust when I thought, okay, I can live for 2 months before we have to live under a bridge. I mean, these are all things that church planners think about. Or maybe I was the only one.
No, we think about that
okay.
stuff.
So, and I remember just thinking, having folks come alongside me, it's like, no, you're called, and just reminding me of the truths that I already knew, but I was blinded because of circumstances. That it was the same calling, it was the same truth, but others were helping me to be able to accurately see that when the fog of the circumstances and the difficult situations came in to block that. And so I appreciate those guys stepping up and challenging me. I'm also, if I can be transparent too, I think, when you think in terms of budget, I can be fiscally conservative. And I'm glad I have folks in my life, not only on my board, so to speak, at the church, but also pastors who challenge great faith. And I'm glad I have friends who have amazingly huge faith. I don't always have that.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that because it helps me rethink. And this reminds me that I don't have it all together.